Hey, tribe and potential tribe members. Welcome to the community. Um, all right, I was too busy yesterday, guys, but we're gonna make up for that today. I'm sure this is basically like the daily, so there's no spread. We just get what we get, and we don't throw a fit. Okay, so thank you all for supporting the channel. Excuse my voice, I'm still trying to get right. Getting over a cold and all that good stuff. Um, let's get it. I love y'all. Let's see where we're going here. What cards are we using, Divine? As y'all know, I don't own the copyrights to any music y'all may hear. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. Alright, let's see. Let's clear out any negative energy, okay? Alright. Are we using these around? I'm hearing one. Are we doing one card? Okay. Interesting. What do we have at the bottom? We have nature, spirit, and under the bottom of the deck we have sacred mountains. I really feel this energy of you becoming immersed in your own life. I think this is a time for you to really focus on the magic of your experience and the direction you're going in without looking back. I feel this energy here where you've had the opportunity in your experience to really see the beauty of things. We have to honor when we have that ability. There's people who stressed out all over the world, people committing suicide, people taking out their anger on other people. You found the beauty in transmutation within yourself. That's what I feel here. There's an energy here where it's just magical. It's in your vibe, it's in your energy, it's in your environment. I feel this energy, tribe, where you guys are really on the right path. It's this energy of, I've got the bigger picture in mind, and I refuse to let anything external or internal change the direction of my course. It's an energy essentially of becoming aligned with yourself and life having no choice but to conform to that. It's an energy here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of shaped, you know. I just see this energy of everything bending to your tunnel vision, you know, the path you're going in. You're accepting life as it is, and more importantly, you're aligning and creating it the way it is going to be. I feel this energy here. I think a lot of you have been illuminated. You know, the things in your life that have given you a profound sense of direction and strength and achievement and courage, determination, joy, peace, triumph. It's these many different energies here, but I feel like you've overcome a lot, you know? You've recognized when there was, obstacles or redirections here. Do I climb? Or is the divine telling me to change my course? It's this energy here where in the meantime, you have what you need. You know, it's not like a forsaken energy. When it's time to do your work, you climb, you ascend. And when it's time to rest and rejuvenate, it's this energy of effort and effortlessness, right? You know what we talked about before. But life is steadily unfolding to your will. I feel like you're retrieving sacred information in your I keep wanting to say your soul time freedom. That's what I call it often to myself instead of dream. Your soul is traveling. You're doing a lot still. You've done a lot of purifying, detoxification, transformation, identifying and recognizing emotions, energies, spirit. I really feel like your life is also trying to speak to you. In every aspect, life is trying to tell you that there's better times ahead. And it's trying to really give you a direction, I feel, to go in. Out of the coldness into the beauty. The boy then grew to be the man is what the song says. Let's go forward. I'm just taking in the energy, guys. Warrior of the heart at the bottom of the deck. I think you guys have made the decision to press on, irregardless of external anything. It's just an energy here where they're doing something with my throat right now. It's kind of crazy. Believe in yourself. What cards are we going to next, Divine? It's this interesting energy that just kind of hit me. It kind of just took me outside of everything. I guess it's kind of like this ego medicine energy. I felt removed. I felt removed, like kind of zoned out. Interesting. I feel like you guys, for some of you, it's this energy of meditation, peace through stillness, healing through stillness. I feel like in the times where you're truly with yourself, I feel like you guys are about to begin to experience these strong spiritual events. Excuse me, guys. I think you guys are going to begin to start experiencing a lot of spiritual activities, a lot of enhanced spiritual abilities. Also the ability to really remove yourself while you're still in certain situations. It's kind of this energy, where my top just went in the garbage. That's crazy. It's this energy of being able to be in this wonderland even in the midst of your life, in the midst of overcoming or redirecting obstacles here. Your internal and external, it's essentially like being in a bubble. A divine bubble is what I feel. Wonder and awe, right? You're in this, I just heard transcendental. It's this energy where, I was going to say you're floating. Yeah. You're in your own world. I mean, it's aligned with the things we've been talking about before. So yeah, you're in your own world, creating from your heart, guarding your heart with all diligence. Because for out of it, comes the manifestations of your experience. And I feel this energy here where not only are you're holding yourself accountable for your own actions, your emotions, what you choose or accept, internally, externally. I'm hoping this is making sense to you guys. They're taking me so many different places, and I feel like it's because you're in so many different places within yourself. And it's causing this shift where you're going so many places external to yourself. It's almost this energy of opening the doors to your heart's desires, to what you've brought back in, what your soul has wheeled in from the spiritual space even. Again, that energy of you've seen something. This, ever since this card has come out, I feel like you've seen where your path is taking you. Or you've seen something very significant. And it's more than just a sign or a synchronicity. You've either dreamt it, right? Had a full-on vision, intuitively felt, you know, that, like that energy of clear cognizance, like a sudden knowing, clear sentience, any of your clear abilities, really. You've foreseen this. I feel some of you in the back of your mind is just like, is it really possible? Look at this. We have two mountains here. I didn't even realize that. In one instance, moving forward. So in the beginning, in facing mountains, you still had safe havens. The divine still saved you, helped you. Life still was rocking with you. But now you have the tools to rise above all obstacles. Find the best route instead of having to redirect, right? It's this energy here where as long as you're staying the course, as long as you're rising above in your experience, right? Doing what's best for you, right? And your future and your goals, right? With the exception of, your children, dependents, right? It has no choice. There's no more having to regather. I feel this energy where you really have all the tools. You're magical. I mean, life is magical. Life is bending to your will at this time because you're aligned with it within yourself. It was 12:12 on the clock. I'm not feeling these cards. Ooh, the sun, though. Woo! Look at this. Your worlds are melting together. There's almost like no separating your soul's creation and your logical creation, right? Your actions in this physical space. There's no separating. You're fully aligned, I feel, with what's supposed to be happening right now. All this is according to plan is what I'm really specifically hearing. Knight of Cups, because you're operating and maneuvering in this world from a place, from your heart space. Warrior of the heart. You're doing what's best for you. You're doing what your soul is revealing to you, what the divine is revealing to you, and it's merging. Your creation, your creativity, your imagination, your foresight, your intuition, your reality, your divinity, it's all melting into one. You're literally becoming masterful. You're becoming as whole as you can be in each moment. This is fucking beautiful, guys. I just am always amazed and in love with my tribe. You guys are fucking amazing. You guys are fucking amazing. I mean, I just can't say it enough. Is there anything else we need to know here? With this ego medicine, it's this energy of the more and more insight you have, the more and more your spirituality and your reality merges. The more and more your spirituality and your reality merges, the more and more masterful and gifted and creative and redirective and transmutative, I don't think that's a word, you become. I mean, I really feel this energy where some of you guys are literally doubting yourself. I feel this energy where internally, look at that house, deep within, you're doubting this, look, 4 energy. That's the Emperor, and it was just 14:44 on the clock. I really feel like you're doubting your personal power. It's almost this energy of everyone's telling me I'm masterful. I feel that that's resonating. I feel my divine team telling me, yes, that's true. Shit, believe it. But there's still this small residue, this aspect of, it's almost like still wanting that ability to run back to your safe haven, right? 15:15 on the clock. Break that devil energy. Stop trying to run back to your safe haven. The divine is telling you, when it comes to the mountains and your experience, fucking soar. Don't run back to a safe haven. When it comes to mountains and your experience, even if they're fucking cold or brutal, you have the ability to soar. You have the gift of foresight. You have the gift of wisdom. You have the gift of discernment. You have the gift of faith. You have the gift of trust. You have the tools needed to continue on in any dynamic, but the only defining difference is your faith, your courage, your ability to press on, your ability to see the truth and accept blessings. As I often tell you guys, accept your blessing with gratitude or you will never see the same blessing again. If you reject that vibration say, hey, we're not a match, right? 16:16 on the clock. Boom. Accept your blessings just as they show up and move forward. Because as you accept that blessing with gratitude, that's like planting a fucking seed. And with one seed, you have the potential to grow many more in your harvest. With one seed, you can do a lot. You can go from a barren land to a full-grown forest. Look at that. I'm hearing specifically enchantment. Interesting. But you have the ability to melt the worlds together. And the divine is telling you, when it comes to any trying time or anything, good or bad, or perceivably bad, right? What the fuck is bad, really? You have the ability to guard your heart, because out of it comes the manifestations of your experience. Therefore, you have the ability to control what you can control. Right? The trust to control what you can control. The trust to control what you can control. 17:17 on the clock. And you have the faith to release the control of what you don't have. The illusion, right? You have the faith to release the illusion of false control. What is they're bringing me back to what we said before with fear. False evidence appearing real, or false experience appearing real. Ooh, I like that. False experience. You can create an experience in your mind and it feel just as real as if it was actual, right? You can create something in your mind and in your emotion and full on feel it as if it has actually happened to you, right? You can experience a dream and feel as if it actually happened to you. It was just 18 even on the clock. Illusions. Needing discernment, needing to tap into your spiritual abilities, right? Moon energy. That's 1 and 8. You know, magician and strength. This is using the tools that are your divine given gifts and abilities to really take control and to remember that you can always soar above anything. You don't have to have any emotions or spirit. Water is associated with the spiritual realm. Anything related to the spiritual realm doesn't have to be out of control. It can be in the flow. Although the flow can be unexpected. That is divine faith, right? When you have the ability to still rise above changes. Adapting to changes, essentially. As you remember your co-creator, you allow things to be in your control and external to your control. Effort and effortlessness, co-creator. Faith, trust. The difference in faith and trust is when you're trusting something, it's about what's evident. Look at the facts, right? Look at the wisdom. When you're having faith in something, it's the belief, right? That what's outside of your control can still work out to your benefit. As long as you're in control of what you can control and in control of your own emotions in regards to what you cannot control, then you are sure to have the manifestations of your heart, your true heart's desires, your true soul's desire, right? The divine desire, not ego, not others, not a twisted perception based on the past. but the truth and what's best for you. Sometimes what you want is not what's best for you, but your heart. Your divine team, and most importantly, your soul knows the right path. Sometimes it's alone. But the path you're walking in will never leave you alone. If you choose to go the opposite direction of the way that your heart is calling you, then you stay in a barren land. But when you go in the proper direction, all things work out for your benefit. There's something important about that. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Emperor shit. Everybody love to see the emperor get all happy and stuff. But then when you really think about the emperor and you allow yourself to really embody the emperor's shoes, you remember that the emperor had to go through a lot of shit to gain that status, to gain that position, to gain that confidence, right? It is a natural born leader. Hell yeah. But even a natural born leader could have grown up in a fucking shoebox and had to remember that the lid can come off. You see what I'm saying? Even a natural born leader has to know that they're a natural born leader. You can be a natural born leader and never do shit with it. Facts or not. Look at that. Moon energy again. That brings us to a 5. You have the ability to change. That's another 8. We talked about 1 and 8 energy, but listen. What else do we need to know here, Divine? I feel like you all are some powerful people. And somebody's just... You're taking your power in, but not at its fullest... You're still operating in potential. We talked about this before. If you're perceiving it to be potential self, then it's still foreign to you. If you're claiming the ever-changing unfoldment and the strengthening, then it's always yours. It's not something it's, again, back to that energy of retraining the brain. The brain is the physical space. Remember the difference in yourself. You have the physical aspect of yourself. You have the spiritual aspect of yourself. Remember that the brain is still physical. Therefore, it's still doing physical shit. You understand? It's very powerful, yeah, because the divine orchestrates everything beautifully. But what we're saying, look at that, 2202 on the clock, 222. What I'm saying is, 12, that's another 2. Be unwavering. Be unwavering. No matter if the odds are stacked against you, no matter if the walls are talking, no matter if your heart is pulled in 2 different directions, find your center. Talk to the divine. Watch for the messages. Pay attention. It was just 22:33 on the clock. Pay attention to when your reality is speaking to you. Pay attention to when your soul is speaking to you. Pay attention to when the divine is carrying you. Pay attention to when you're carrying your damn self. Right? No more fall downs and having to address the bruise. Just stay the fuck the course. If you fall down and get scratched, you're going to have to keep walking till you reach your final destination. Don't get sidetracked and go try to find first aid because you're still able to press on. Address it as you can and allow the divine to do the rest. And that's an example to any area in your life. Period. I love y'all. Look at that. As we have the mask. The mask is all about having the many faces to carry out any task in your experience. More Emperor energy and full energy. Detached. That level of detachment, that surrenderance to the divine, right? And that ability to take the wheel. With the mask, you have the ability to wear both sides. Sun and the moon, right? Reality and spirituality. You can put on both faces when need be, as long as you're continuing on your fucking journey. I mean, the imagery is just backing up everything we keep talking about. It's about knowing your course, staying diligent to it. It's still a face facing forward. That's 3 faces. All seeing. Oh. You could be anything you want in this world except for my downfalls, what the song just said. Listen. Anything else here? What is this called? A lily or something? That's a 3 and a 0. Empress and full energy. It's the King of Swords here. You know, as I often tell you, King of Swords energy is, I don't need to predict the future, because the best way to um, have it in my, in the way that I envision is to create it. You know, that's my favorite part on the song. They want me to tell you what they said. It basically says the divine chose to put a lot on my plate, so I had to figure he knew I wouldn't be bothered by the weight. That means whatever's on your plate is there for a reason. You have the ability to eat it up, tear it up, do whatever you need to do with it. Anyways, continuing on. I really feel this energy where times are about to soften up. Good shit is about to just happen to you. It's something about this background. I'm seeing it as like the stained glass on the churches. And what that's symbolic to me of is a safe haven where you once, oh wow, where you once felt like you needed to fall back on external comfort zones, right? Is what I'm hearing. I just seen 555 on the clock. You're now in a different area in your life where your comfort zone is different. It's a worldly sense here and a spiritual sense here. And you know that zero is all about the ethers. Both of these are a creative energy. A very nurturing, safe and protected internal to external energy. King of Swords is also internal, but the flip side on that is also that, again, sword is the physical plane, so you have the spiritual and the physical here. This King of Swords, I feel, is really a strong energy of, wow, again, King of Sword, you. This here is the same as this. It feels like this energy where when it comes to you internally, when it comes to your dense self, your physical self, remember the best way to predict the future is to simply create it. You have the ability, you have the comfort. The time is now. Everything around you is fucking magical. It's divine. Remember the energy here of spiritual, worldly. The energy is around you is fucking magical. It's spiritual. It's divine. And when it comes to you, I just heard delicate as a flower, but as transformative as one as well. Which is like you're delicate, you're transformative, but you're so fucking protected that it's okay that you're delicate. Wow. Because normally, you know, I wouldn't describe us as delicate. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Some of y'all know what I mean. It's okay to be delicate. It's okay to be all that you need to be at this time. You're so fucking divinely protected. Everything around you is saying it's safe to be you. A bird is small, but it's powerful, right? It can travel great distance. It's the messenger of the divine. It's higher levels of spirituality. It's evolvement, right? This is such a powerful reading. You guys are so masterful. Wow. I feel like this is a promise from the divine that, look at that, we have the high priest and the high orphan. The divine is not fucking around. The high priest and the high priestess. Duality. This is the promise of the divine that now that you have merged your full self and rooted yourself in a way where you're not so rooted in the world, but you're rooted in the spiritual. There's no other way to describe it easier than the promise that the path of self-mastery is fucking rewarding and absolutely protected. That's the Ace of Wands here. Magical again. What is the Ace of Wands? The magic wand. It's all tying into itself. The time is now to, look at that, to end confusion. 6 energy, which is what? The lovers. Masculine, feminine energy. The harmony of self. The promise. The promise that since you have chosen look at that, the compass. Since you have chosen the right path, Emperor and High Priest energy. They not fucking around with us. I see this as the Magician energy with us having all suits here. You've chosen the right path, and because of that, this is an 8 energy, as above as below. I feel this energy of with the snake. I feel this energy of healing, protection. I do feel temptation, but more so protection, as above as all around you. It's forming the 8. This is the spiritual protection. The divine will strike a motherfucker for you right now. What? You married to the divine. And the divine is going to protect you at all times, period. You trying to bite the harvest? You trying to steal the apples? I said not. What is that, a 7? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, 9 of Wands. The divine is protecting your harvest and your healing and your what? Chariot, success. Chariot is also what? Duality. Both sides of life from all angles, but still being able to work together cohesively. We can go deeper into that, but I won't do it. 5, 6, 7. 7, 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. Look at that with the book of knowledge here. The book of that's all wisdom. I'm not even going to keep going deep into that, even though we do have the loyal companion. This divine is telling you your truth is bond. Your truth is bond. Your protection is sealed. You married me. You chose the divine over all in your experience, and because of that, the divine is saying, I just heard, here we wed. However you say it. Wow, guys. The divine is not leaving your side. Even Nine is like needing my leg right now. The divine is telling you for better or worse. It was just 31:31 on the clock. For better or worse. You know this. That's the 10 of Pentacles. Your abundance in all forms is promised to you because you chose the right direction. Look at that. As we have the compass and the direction of the sun. You know, the book tells you that the side facing the sun is the clarity. That's the direction it's going in. It's coming out of darkness and confusion. Your path is leading you far away from confusion. Everything is enlightened. Everything is blessed. Everything is melting together. Oh my God. I love this reading. Are we doing anything else here, Divine? We're going to the surrenders, I guess. Okay. Is there anything that... Apparently, well, I don't even know why I'm going to ask if it's anything that needs to be surrendered. They brought me to the surrender deck. So clearly, resentment, fear. Oh my God, what did we say? We've been telling you, look at this. Fear, denial, resentment. The past is the past. Let the future be the future. Let go of fear. We talked about it right here. False evidence appearing real. False experiences appearing forever is what I'm hearing. The shit is over. It's no more. What do we have? Surrender your attachment to the results. You gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let the divine do its creator aspect as well. And you know this. You know this. You know you're in a magical time right now. What is happening? Look at this. I'm gonna keep them because I feel like that's what they're saying. Fear on the book of knowledge here, the book of wisdom. You guys have to let it go. Surrender negative thinking. Control. We had the King of Swords out here. Control the physical aspect of yourself, which is your thoughts. The wrong ego, right? Use the right ego. The ego. Not the ego. The ego. It's very beneficial. It's very beneficial. Release your past. Continue on your proper course. And everything is promised to you. You have the truth that beats fear. You have the truth. High Priestess energy with the 2. Lover's energy with the 6. You have harmonized the aspects of self, and because of that, you're in an energy where you're able to be propelled forward. But the only thing that keeps you chained would be fear. Because as we know, it was just 34 on the clock. Wow. That's 7-7, right? As we know, fear is always an internal job. There's nothing external to you that can change your fear. You have to be within. You have to crack the book open to dispel fear, I'm hearing specifically. You cannot be fearful of clearing out fear or you will never release it. And I think you understand that. And because of that, everything is promised to you internally, externally, everything. And I hear specifically a change in health. For a lot of you, your health is about to improve, and a large part of that is your energy, your vigor, your zest for life, your will, your determination. The promises are being fulfilled. And this promises, look at this. You know how she show up and when she show up. The promises are absolutely being dished out because you know now that you have the ability to conquer. It would not be on your plate like that song said, you know. The divine chose me to put a lot on my plate, so I knew they figured I wouldn't be bothered by the weight. Take that how you will. The weight of the plate, way too much, right? The pain of having to consume life. You know, it's like when you eat too much and your stomach hurt like a motherfucker. You full. You're filled up. Sometimes there's pain involved in that. But that's the good pain. You know, like they say, I'd rather have good problems than the bad ones. My problems ain't that bad. It's another Joe Budden song where he say, you know, basically he got different kind of problems. His problems ain't that bad. And even if he was never to solve them, he'll still be okay. Because the measure of his problems ain't that motherfucking bad. And that's what the divine is telling you. The measure of your problems are surmountable. The measure of your problems are things that can absolutely be transformed and changed easily if you believe. It's not about comparisons, but it's about knowledge. It's about wisdom. It's about knowing that in every aspect of your life, you have the ability to surmount all. You got this, irregardless of what your comfort zone was, irregardless of what the different moments in life may tell you. Never make a permanent decision on a temporary situation, because any adversity is temporary, because you know that your success is promised. It's already melted in. You know why it's close enough to be seen while your eyes are closed, right? It's close enough to be seen while your eyes are closed because it's in your life already. It's being molded and melted. And eventually, just like the sun, you will see it. It's concrete. The sun is what? The promise that is never broken. I love y'all. Thanks for the support. Have a great one.